What's going on, everybody? Critical Ray back here again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Death Wish. Now, this movie stars Bruce Willis, Vincent D'Onofrio, Donofrio, I'm gonna call him Donofrio, Elizabeth Shue, Camilla Morone, and Dean Norris. And this is directed by Eli Roth, who also did The Green Inferno. It is written by Joe Carnahan, and it is a remake of a 1974 Charles Bronson movie. I have not seen the original either. Just want to throw that out there. It has a runtime of an hour and 47 minutes. The synopsis for the movie, the basic synopsis, not giving anything away really. Dr. Kersey, played by who is Bruce Willis, is going about his life until one dreadful day, Paul Kersey's family is endangered. Dr. Kersey swears revenge upon those who had wronged him, and from there everything changes. He will do anything in his power to make sure these anonymous men pay. So it's basically your typical revenge movie. Um, Now this movie has very little pros to it that I liked. It has very little things that I liked in this movie, and mainly, all flaws. I'm gonna go with the stuff I liked about it first. First off, it's funny. I mean, it's cheesy, and sometimes it's trying to be serious, and it's like really cheesy, funny, because it's bad, but it's laughable. But that's very few and far in between. A lot of the bad stuff is just cringeworthy. And you know, it has some great death scenes in it, and that were gory and funny. And of course, you can get that with Eli Roth. I mean, if you've seen Green Inferno, it's basically just torture and killing movie. And with this, he leaves out the torture and just does really graphic killing. And I like that. I mean, I thought it was really well done. And I mean, who doesn't like seeing a guy get shot up? And that's all I have to say positive about this movie. That's it. I mean, now let's get into the flaws of the movie. This movie tries to be three different genres. And some movies, I mean, you can blend these three genres easily together. But this movie, it didn't know if it wanted to be an action, a drama, or a comedy. It didn't know which one it wanted to be. One minute you're in this super serious scene, and the next thing you know, you're just laughing. I mean, it made no sense. I mean, it's not very well blended. And you have to either have one, obvious genre that you're trying to fit into, or you just completely mess up, and they completely messed up with this movie. The script had very poor and bland dialogue. Like, the characters were so bland. Bruce Willis was just stone faced, no emotions. Even in the emotional scenes, he's like just stonewall, like he just doesn't care. He's just there for a paycheck. It's easy. Say everything with a straight face, don't make any facial expressions, and we'll get it done. I'll get paid. Okay? And this is like one of the most crucial things in this movie. And it's the first 30 to 40 minutes of the movie is Bruce Willis, his wife, and his daughter, and his brother, all setting up their relationships. Them all being close and all this other stuff. And it failed to make me care about any of the characters. I didn't care what happened to them. And that whole segment in the beginning, before he becomes the vigilante, just, it didn't work. I mean, you have to care about the characters if you're going to do something emotional that drives one character into doing something like being a vigilante. And, yeah, I didn't care at all. the acting, I mean, I talked about Bruce Willis's acting, but all of them kind of felt like they were just, there. Either they were there playing something that they played in the past, or, just playing how they typically play. Like Dean Norris, if you've seen him in Breaking Bad as the cop, as the DEA agent, he's the same acting as he is in this movie, because he plays a detective. I mean, I like Vincent D'Onofrio's character. That's about the only character I really liked in his performance, and even that was pushing it. Uh, the mother and daughter, they they were bad. I mean, that you could they were overacting. They were overacting in just about every single scene, and you could tell that they were overacting. And this movie, you would think would have a main villain. It doesn't. You don't know who is the main villain. I mean, he goes out as a vigilante, but you never know, because each one's random until towards the end. But each one's random, so who is the main villain that he's going after? Because you would think it would be the people who broke into his house and endangered his family, but it wasn't. It was and it wasn't. And I just didn't like that. I mean, have one villain, have them toying with him, and then, keep going with that. For me, this should have been, and this is probably one of the worst insults you could probably give to a movie. This should have been a straight to crackle movie. It should have. I mean, it should have been right on there with Joe Dirt 2, and you can watch them and they're not god awful, but they're also not good at all. But you can still have some fun with it. Very little, but some. So, for Death Wish, I'm going to give this a D minus. I don't think it's an F, because I did have some things I liked about it, but I am going to give it a D minus. So, if you've seen this movie, if you're going to see this movie, comment down below and let me know what you thought of it. And if you like my movie reviews, like the video so I know that y'all like them. And share with all your friends. Tell your friends who I am and, to check me out. It'll really help me out. But, yeah, and also don't forget to subscribe. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Goodbye.